Good afternoon, YouTube. DutyRon checking back in, retired New York City Police Detective, with another video on, as the media is reporting, as a terror attack. I consider it an attack at this time. A man wielding a knife on the London Bridge stabbed two people and killed them. We're going to talk about it now. We're going to get right into it. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Brian Clan. Thank you so much for coming in. The Brian Clan, Summer Rains. Good afternoon here. Good morning where you are. Bridget, thank you for joining. I'm not going to go into full details here. I'm not going to go into the full details of it. Hello, Kate, Kathy. How are you? Thank you for joining. Margie, good to see you, Margie. Thank you, Hannah, for coming in. Frog, Push Eye, on weather. Thank you for coming in. Hello, Francis, Hillary, Denise, Marie. Good to see you, Doris. Thank you so much. Mary Jo, Doris, Stephanie. Guys, so earlier this morning, it is 3:20 in the afternoon here on the East Coast. It looked like armed police on the London Bridge. Oh, I stopped talking because I thought I was listening to a current report. Armed police over on at the London Bridge this morning. I think in our time it was early here in the U.S. I think it was afternoon for them. I'm going to do a full live video tonight. Had a report. They responded to a report of a man wielding a knife stabbing random people. I believe two women lost their lives. He was on the bridge, on the footbridge, during busy afternoon, daytime hours in over in London, and he stabbed two people, killed them. But what happened after he started his attack? Hello, Dennis, good to see you, my brother. What happened after he started the attack was something that was amazing. Two civilians jumped in, two or more civilians jumped in and really wrestled this guy down and held him down. He also had a fake device strapped to him, like one of those suicide vests. So he had a fake suicide vest strapped to him. These civilians had no idea that whether it was real or not, but they saw the carnage that was being delivered by this guy, and they were brave and stepped in. So kudos to those civilians for stepping in and basically taking this guy's power away from him. And by them stepping in, they effectively saved probably a lot of other people's lives. So I'm going to share this onto Twitter real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Very brave. I tip my cap to them. Very brave, very bold. I just shared onto Twitter. So yeah, Anna, Summer Rains, very dangerous situation. I saw the pictures. I'm not going to show it, but I will do a full live about it tonight. It's just a sad reminder that, mental illness is alive and well in this world, not just in America. And these types of attacks happen all the time. 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, I'll be live giving you the full. I'm not going to go into the full details here. Hello, Blondie. Good to see you. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. So again, to recap for all the new people joining, today, midday, I think it was around midday, don't hold me to it, in London, on the London Bridge. Now, don't forget, London Bridge was the scene of a terrorist attack in 2017. So a very short time ago, we saw a very serious attack on the London Bridge. So it wasn't too long ago. So I think they are billing this, the media is putting it out as a terror attack. I don't know what the motive is or what his intentions are. He was shot and killed by armed police. Now, again, in the UK, the police are not armed. Jasmine Entertaining, thank you for joining. The police are not armed in the UK. So again, they basically responded armed because this guy had a strapped explosive device on him, one of those suicide vests. So when someone has a suicide vest on them, they obviously send out the armed police. But if it wasn't for those brave civilians holding this guy down, he would have probably killed a lot more people. And he was being held down by these civilians waiting for the armed police to respond. So think about it. You know, the civilians in the UK know. They know that the police are not armed. Jasmine Entertaining, thanks for coming in. I'm just in the middle of something, so I'm not going to say hello to everybody. But basically, the civilians know that the police in the UK are not armed. So they knew full well that they had to wait for armed units to be dispatched. And when the armed guys came, when the armed police of the UK came, there was one gunshot. They saw he had an explosive device strapped to him, and they took him out. Again, listen, Homer Simpson, I'm going to ask you to refrain from putting out any type of narrative. I don't know. If you know, then go live on your channel and talk about it there. But I don't know. I'm not going to talk about whether it was a religious attack or whatever it was. I'm going to wait until I get more information, and then I'm going to go live tonight at 9 p.m. about it. So I just ask respectfully if you could just hold on to that. Keep that to yourself, because we don't know. There's no confirmation about any of that type of stuff. So here we are. Again, attacks happen all over the world. We have situations. They have their armed ESU police officers, but as I was saying, Dennis, is that Des, they have to respond. They have to dispatch them first. So again, at the end of the day, folks, this is all preliminary information. I will bring you live exactly tonight what I come up with, the information that is out there, and I'm sure more will be forthcoming in the next several hours. So when that information comes out, we will, hello Bergstrong, when we get that information out, I will bring it to you guys tonight. 9 p.m. on the Eastern Coast, on the East Coast time is when I'll go live. So again, folks, again, I'm asking, you know, we can all, it was around 2 p.m. UK time. It was around 2 p.m. UK time. So again, folks, we have a situation where I am talking right now about the brave civilians who stepped in. These brave men and civilians, I don't know if it was 2 guys or 3 guys or however many. I saw a picture of one civilian who stepped in, who had a suit and tie on. Good to see you, Bubbles. Thank you for joining. So 9 p.m. tonight, I'll give you the updates on everything that I have so far. But those brave men that stepped in there, and it might have even have been a woman, I don't know. Life of MC, great to see you. Love and respect to you always. The civilians that intervened are tremendous brave people, because he was wearing a suicide vest. He was wearing a suicide vest. And that, to me, is, these people who intervened and wrestled this guy down, they didn't take time to even think whether the vest was live or not. So kudos to them for their bravery. And the police responded and took him out with one gunshot. I heard the audio from the gunshot of the police. It was a loud shot. Life of MC, thank you for the super love. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being you. Much love and respect from my house to yours. Again, so many more could have been killed, and Summer Rains, you hit it right on the head. These people who intervened are 1,000% heroes in my book, and I tip my cap to them, because they were not aware of any, they were not even thinking of any danger that they were in. They just acted and responded. 2 women lost their lives from stabs. This guy stabbed to death 2 people. 2 women lost their lives today on the London Bridge. And if those civilians didn't intervene, I got to tell you, we could have been talking about a lot more. if he was just left to go at it. So, again, folks, really, at the end of the day, you know, when you see something, say something. These were civilians who took it above that statement. The see something, say something. They saw something and they took action. So I got to tell you, man, these people are heroes in my book. Paul Peck Drywall, great to see you. Thank you so much. I will be live again, as Paul just said, 9 p.m. Eastern. I will do a community post about this. I will do a community post about this prior to me going live. If there is additional information, which I know there will be, I will bring it to you and we will discuss it. But I can tell you this. From a police standpoint, from a law enforcement standpoint, the reason this suspect was shot and killed is because he had the device, the explosive device. It looked like a black suicide vest. And that is the one primary reason that police took him right out. And they had no other choice at this point. If you think about it, hold on.
British police say they shot a man to death who was stabbing people in the area. At least 2 members of the public were reported killed. BBC correspondent Tom Simon
says the report.
Some very brave people actually tackled the suspect at huge risk to themselves.
What we don't know at this stage is what happened in the minutes before this group of passers-by subdued this man and the police shot him. Now, we've had a good look at what the police are doing, and it does look as though they are looking at areas, concentrating on areas some way away from the London Bridge station itself.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
While this is an ongoing investigation, the police can confirm that this was a terrorist incident.
Dutch police say at least 3 people have been wounded in a stabbing on a busy shopping street in The Hague. It's not clear yet if there's any connection to the London attack. CBS News Special Report. I'm Sam Litzinger.
The NYPD is monitoring the terror incident at London Bridge. There are no specific or credible threats in New York City, but if you see something, say something or call 888-NYC-SAFE. WCBS News Time, 3:32. It's good for pedestrians.
Okay, so I just said, if you see something, say something. Just said that moments ago. Again, so it seems to be a secondary incident. They're not saying they were connected, so we're not going to draw any conclusions on that. Again, secondary incident. They did not say that they were connected, and I'm not going to say that here. Shalom, my good friend. Good to see you. Show me more graves. Thank you so much for being in here. So, guys and girls, you heard it here. You heard it right here from me, and I'm going to give you the most accurate updates that I can come up with for you guys tonight at 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So let me see some of the comments that I might have missed. Millie says, DutyRon, I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate you and all policemen and first responders. Millie, thank you for thanking me. Life of MC, you better cut it out. Number 1 fan, Life of MC. Thank you for the super love sticker. Super love sticker. Thank you so much for that. You are here from She Won Everything. Excellent. Good to see you, Phil. Thank you so much for coming in. Soapbox Debris. Nice to have you. Any friend of Aaron over there is a friend of mine. So you're welcome anytime in on my lives. I didn't really look into Phoenix. Sounds like Amsterdam. There was an incident. Yes. They briefly touched on it. They didn't say whether they were incidents were related to each other. So we'll have to wait and see. I'd like to use a little bit of caution here on drawing any conclusions. Angelina, thank you for coming in. Thank you for everyone being here. If you guys don't mind, please hit the subscribe button at the bottom. Please, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit your notification bell. So this way, when I go live, you will be get the notifications. Thank you, Explosive Phoenix. I appreciate that. Welcome in from Sydney, Australia. Put another prawn on the Barbie, and I'll be right over. So again, my name is DutyRon, retired New York City Police Detective. I served 20 plus years in the New York City Police Department, and I worked in on patrol and in the Detective Bureau. So I do give you some of my insights from a police law enforcement standpoint and perspective, and I also give you a little bit of my view on the judicial side as well. There's my website, DutyRon.com. Thank you for putting that in there. So Bridget is just yucking it up with her Aussie counterpart. So great to see people intermingling. Everybody that's in on the DutyRon chat are usually people that have no ill intentions. So great to see you, Tiny Ducks. Thank you for coming on in. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. That always helps. Paul, great to see you, man. Thank you for coming. I'll see you tonight. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope everyone who celebrates here in United States or wherever you are in the world, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I know it is an American thing. It is, pretty much here, relegated here to the United States. But I hope you all had a great time with family, friends, or loved ones. So great to see all of you guys. I'm going to end the live. Look for me tonight, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. I know that it'll be late over in the UK, but that's a Friday night prime time for me. If you're in the UK or in that region, watch the replay. Give me a thumbs up and leave me comments in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All one word, DutyRon. If you're not subscribed to my Facebook DutyRon YouTube share group and my police crime chat group, go over to Facebook and subscribe and request entrance to those two groups. They are growing by the minute. So again, thank you to all who are in here on the live, all 75 of you. Love and respect. To the victims in the UK on the London Bridge, my thoughts and prayers with the families of these victims. They are now mourning and having a nightmare on their hands that their two loved ones were ripped away from them. I always like to focus on the victims and the families before giving the spotlight to the perpetrators. The perpetrators get the least amount of spotlight from me. I always do that purposely because I don't like to give center stage to these scumbags. So much love and respect to all of you. Daphne, I'm on my way out the door. I'll talk to you guys soon on my next one, 9 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be square. Love and respect.